Hello, and welcome back. Here we go. Last time we got the dice rolling. We run, it rolls, it prints a 2. The little pink piece is sitting there looking at us. Today, the intention is to get the pink piece to figure out that this is a 2 and then go forward 2, right? Shouldn't be that bad. Let's go into our main script. Last time we commented this out, and so it's not running, which is why the pink piece doesn't run. Over here in dice.gd, there's an unhandled input, and on main.gd, there's an unhandled input. They're handling the unhandled input. They're both doing the same thing. It's fine if this function right here on dice has rolled absorbs some of this. So let's steal some of this code even. We can copy and paste it if we feel like it. We already know that click is being pressed, so we don't need that. We do probably need to create a tween. We do need the tween to move it, so we need that one. And we do need to add one to place. Cut. Print. It's commented out, though, so it's not going to do anything. So I'll delete the little pounds, hashtags, sharp signs, whatever you'd like to call them. And this will do what we want it to. It will move the pink piece after the dice rolls. Now, they don't really talk to each other yet, but we're further than we were, right? This code is currently trash by garbage can. So the pink piece does know what the roll is because we can print it out. So that number does exist. I should take you to the webcam, but I'm feeling lazy. So give me one moment. I can MS Paint this, right? What does this brush do? That's going to be good enough. So let's pretend we rolled a 5, right? Beautiful. Mouse numbers. We want the piece to move one time while it equals 5. I'll get pink. There's the pink piece. Whoa. And then we want it to move again while it equals 4. And then again while it equals 3. Again while it equals 2. And again while it equals 1. All the way over here to 0. So while this roll doesn't equal 0, because if it equals 0, who cares? Don't move. While it equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or really 6, it could equal 6 too, couldn't it? We want the piece to move. There is a special kind of loop in programming called a while loop, and we're going to use it. Today's the day. All right, give me 1 second to get us back to Godot, and we're back. All right. So let's come up here. While the roll equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, it would be simpler to say while roll doesn't equal 0. I don't know if we've done this together or not, but if you put an exclamation point and then an equals, that's not equal 0. We have to have our colon because that's how Python works, and therefore that's how GD script works. Let's indent all of this. So while roll doesn't equal 0, make your tween, move your tween, record place. Okay, we got that. So this while loop is written correctly, but it will run in perpetuity because let's pretend we rolled a 5. I don't know. It'll go, okay, roll equals 5. It doesn't equal 0, so I'm going to do all this. I'm going to make the tween. I'm going to move the piece. I'm going to record place. And it's going to come up here and it's go, okay, it still equals 5. 5 is not 0, so I'm going to make the tween. I'm going to move the tween. I'm going to record it. 5 is still not equal to 0. Right? Skibbity, scabbity, scoop-de doop. Beep up, boo 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 bam bam boo. We got to subtract 1 from roll every time. Minus equals 1 is the same thing as writing roll equals roll minus 1. It's just a programmer shortcut. So what this code should do is make the tween, move the pink piece, add 1 to place because we're recording where this thing goes. And now, if roll equals 5, subtract 1. Roll now equals 4. Now we do it again. Move it again, record to place. Now roll equals 3. Move it again, blah, blah, blah. Now roll equals 2. You get the idea. Now roll equals 1. Guess what? Bing, bing, bing. Roll equals 0. If roll equals 0, it's going to exit out of this loop and it's going to quit moving the pink piece, right? It's going to quit moving the pink piece, right? Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's see it. It did move the pink piece. I love that for us. It yeets it forward. We'll address that in a sec. I think I'm going to take another turn. Oh, it crashed. Why did it crash? Out of bounds, get index 6 on base array node. That means we've got this array. We've only got one array in the entire program, so we know where to look. See if I can get it up in the debugger. Where's the little... See this little gray thing? That's what you have to grab and pull by. Game spaces, array 6. We had, what did we have? We had a roll of 4, and then I think we had a roll of 6, which would make place equal 10. So it was trying to access the 10th place in this array, and there's not 10 places. Do you remember like 100 videos ago where I told you to enter all of the rest of the spots? If you didn't do that, you're going to get that crash. Clearly, I didn't do that so I could show you the crash, right? I'm going to, real quick, go ahead and put all of these in, and then we'll see if we fix the crash. We will. Let's see here. I need spot 5, so it's 6. All right, we're back. If you're like me, and you are, maybe, I don't know, you can click on each one, and do you see the little bitty tiny arrows and it turns slightly white? You can click on each one and then just go down really fast and see if everybody's in the spot that you want them to be in. Oh, gotta click on the name. And it looks like I did it. And they're all in the array. Yep. So I am fully aware that this looks like trash. And this is just like way too many of the same nodes sitting here looking at me. We will clean this up in a later episode. I promise. So some of you who have a little bit of experience with Godot right now are going, no, just trust the process. Anyway, we shouldn't get that crash unless we get to the final pink area, meaning if we win. It should kind of work now. Now, it does yeet the piece forward. But, you know, aside from... Oh, that was cute. I kind of didn't even plan for that. Anyway, it is working. If I click again, it'll crash. We will solve that later when we figure out what it looks like when we want it to win. Let's fix the problem of the piece just kind of flying forward. And this will fix the problem, too, of the piece moving on a diagonal. It'll fix two things at once. I'm going to, in my huge list of nodes, make us a timer node. You remember these guys. This is going to be a one-shot. And through some testing, I found that 1.5 is kind of the ideal time for this. But you test it yourself, and if you hate 1.5, do another time. It's not that serious. We've got to declare our timer. Good old on ready. Var, and we're just going to call a timer. Type it, and then timer, and it'll be able to find it from there. So once we start the piece moving, we can set the timer. This is different from Godot 3.5, and this kind of made me fall on my face until I figured it out. In Godot 3.5, you're aware of the yield, hopefully, if you're coming in from Godot 3.5. If you're coming in from absolutely nothing, here's the explanation. What we need the program to do is to tween the property, turn the timer on, and then have the program halt while the tween goes forward. That'll make the piece stop, and then the while loop will continue. It'll make the piece go 1, 2, 3, instead of just kind of forward. Godot will stop if you type the word aware, just kidding, await, and you tell it what you want it to wait on. So Godot, I want you to wait for the timer to give the timeout signal. So the timer's going to start and it's going to go tick, 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 tick for 1.5 seconds. And Godot will stop and wait for that 1.5 seconds before it goes on and adds 1 to place and -1 to roll. And then it'll run the loop again until it hits here. Then it'll wait, tick, 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 and then it will run it again. Let's see. So if I click, now the piece, see it wait? This also, let me see if I can prove it to you. I didn't get the right number. This does solve the bug of it trying to go diagonally. If I get a really big roll, it'll prove it. Yep. See, it just goes along the line now. Now I'm kind of addicted. I know it'll crash if we get to the end. That is not a today thing. Let's crash it. Ha ha. All right. Like I told you, we will fix that later. I am going to cut it here. You take it easy, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.